Start off with your name carefully if you kindly would. And your class period. There you go. Okay, drawing methods. Methods that we learned to use in Art 1. Okay, method number 1, write this down. You may write simple shapes. Now you are very familiar with this method. We've used it on Flounder, Pluto, Dewey, Daffy, those cats, the dogs. You're very familiar with this method. Okay, it is a great method. Indent for me here, A. If you're making a drawing from a handout, write that for me carefully. Also, many artists like to work from photographs. Write that down for me. And if you are working from a photograph, using the simple shapes method to start is a great method. Okay, continuing. On line C right here, I want you to make a note of your next formal simple shapes drawing. That is going to be, write this down, the mascot of Disneyland, Mickey Mouse. Note that for me carefully. You'll have the opportunity to draw him, and Mickey Mouse, of course, is the mascot of the happiest place on Earth. Okay, method number 2. Write this for me. You know this already. It is the perspective. Note that, if you please will. Okay, the mechanical system of drawing, eye level, vanishing point, making things look really 3D. And on line A, I want you to make me a note of your next perspective drawing that I have planned for you. You're going to draw for me an arrow. Write that down, if you please would. Okay, number 3, moving right along here. This is the one that we just finished up. You may write grid system. Using some squares, drawing inside each square one at a time, finishing one square before starting another, and Spider-Man, I believe, turned out awesome for you. I have another excellent grid drawing planned for you. Make a note of it. It is going to be, his first name is Rico, R-E-E-K-O. Last name Mortis, M-O-R-T-I-S, comma. And Rico Mortis is a zombie. Zombies are so popular these days. Okay, but really today what we want to focus on is method number 4. So draw for me an asterisk star next to number 4, because this is where we want to focus our attention today. Okay, and this is called still life drawing. Okay, now before you make one of those, I'm going to describe it to you. Alright, A, write this down. You make a drawing from a 3-dimensional, please abbreviate that, 3-dimensional object. So, in this case, today, we're going to set a 3-dimensional object in front of you, your shoe, and you'll make a drawing of it. Instead of drawing from a handout, or a grid, or a photograph, you'll be drawing from an object. Okay, B, write this down. Simple shapes to start. Okay, so what we want to do is start it off like we already know how to start the drawing, which is to make it simple first. Okay, so we will do that. Okay, here's the problem though. C is this right here. Here's what we need to do. I want you to write C and draw your own simple shapes. Okay, and that will be, of course, a bit of a challenge. There won't be a handout for you to look at to know what simple shapes you should use. You'll have to see your own within that object. Okay, now I want you to make me a list here on line D of the various simple shapes you should use. All of them are super easy to draw. That's why they're called simple shapes. Things like circle, write that down, oval, another one of my favorites, triangle, note that for me, and square, write that, and last one, rectangle. Okay, and those are some simple shapes you should use when making a simplified version of your shoe. Okay, so it's method number 4 that we're going to focus on for the next couple of weeks, starting with your shoe. However, number 5, there's one more we haven't talked about yet. It is often people's favorites. Okay, write this down. You may write drawing from imagination. So of course that means making a drawing without looking at something, rather just imagining it from your head and then having that spill out awesomely onto a piece of paper. Now, on line A, the subject that I'm going to use for that, write this for me, monster portrait. Okay, so what we want to do in our remaining time in Art 1 is to keep on working on all 5 of those methods and become good at them.